There's no way anyone beats him! Your Fortnite World Champion, Booga! $3 million richer.
Wait a second. This kid made $3 million playing Fortnite, and I'm here wasting my time making YouTube videos? I should just start playing Fortnite, and then I can make $3 million. It's that easy, right? How to download Fortnite. All right. Download how to play Fortnite.
Let's try to help you guys get better at the game. So he's right there. That is an educational commentary right there.
Okay. Where's my money? So the Fortnite World Cup was this weekend, and one lucky player came away with $3 million, and now everybody thinks that they could be a professional esports player. All you gotta do is just download the game, and then the money starts coming in. Checks are flying at your door. Who are these freaking idiots out here? Hi everybody, Force here, and today I'm gonna talk about how easy it is to win $3 million playing Fortnite. Anyone could do it, even if you've never played a video game in your life.
We had a chance to catch up with him and just get a sense of what's involved in the prep and getting ready for this kind of thing, because it is pretty intense. Have a listen.
So as a 17-year-old, being full-time playing video games pretty much is definitely challenging.
Yikes.
He treats it like a full-time job, like a serious app.
I can't fucking, I'm not gonna be able to make it through this video with a straight face. I just can't do it. So yeah, Fortnite World Cup took place this weekend. Players competing for $30 million prize pool, with the top 4 players earning over $1 million each. And first place went to Kyle Giersdorf, also known as Booga, a 16-year-old from Pennsylvania, who won $3 million, the largest prize money for a single player in a single esports tournament ever. Think about this kid, 16 years old, he's been playing Fortnite probably since it came out. I'm sure at one point his parents were like, "You're playing too much Fortnite, Kyle. You gotta go outside and play with your friends." But I want to play with my friends in the virtual world. Oh, and a couple of years from now, I'm gonna make $3 million. This is obviously like big news, and all sorts of people are talking about it. You're seeing major outlets and lots of stuff on social media.
Your crowned champion, Kyle Giersdorf, aka Booga, 16 years old. His grand prize, $3 million.
$3 million. $3 million.
It's crazy to me, like the biggest prevailing thing that I'm seeing is basically a scoffing at esports competitions, at the players in general, at video games.
There's also the thing of like you actually being an adult and having to go to work and pay bills and not spend all your time training.
I mean, I
With
just
your
defeated
coach.
Essentially lots of quotes like this: "I should start playing video games and then I could be a millionaire." Or you get people chiming in with comments like, "Oh, why is video game players making more money than teachers or firefighters?" Which I think we could have like a real social conversation about why those professions don't earn more money. But realistically, it just comes down to numbers. It's because there aren't millions and millions of people tuning in to watch teachers teach their class. There are millions and millions of people tuning in to watch people play Fortnite. All those eyeballs translate to ad money and sponsorships and investors, which translates into large prize pools. This is just how it works. But yeah, maybe we as a society, we should all pull together more money to pay those people more. And you know, of course, what that means, taxes. I don't want to talk about politics though. I'm running a YouTube channel. You just gotta see how insane this player is. Just watch this. Look at this.
The Sentinels player, Booga, has dominated the entire competition. Let's take a look into some of his eliminations and how he's been able to build himself a 15-point lead over the best of the best in the world, and he's doing it by intelligent rotation, getting to the far side of the zone, and then hitting his shots. Kid, Bugga says, bring the rest of the lobby on. I'm looking to go aggressive.
It is absolutely nuts, the amount of skill that these players have. First of all, you need to know how Fortnite was when it started. I'm like an old man here. I started playing Fortnite when it originally launched, and people weren't nearly as skilled as this. The game, it was like an entirely different game. Look at this Fortnite gameplay. This is what it was like when Fortnite launched, and I would win. I would win games regularly. 100-player lobby, I'd come in first place out of those 100 players, beating the 99 others. This level of skill that I had was enough to win. Look at what Fortnite is like nowadays.
And Booga is looking for shots on everybody flying around. Still has that high ground advantage. He's and some others looking to try and contest it. Benji Fishy moving up as well.
It's just crazy. People are bouncing all over the place. They're building up all these walls super quickly with fast edits and exact precise shots on their targets after a quick edit with like millisecond reaction time and speed and connecting with exact precision. It is just absolutely nuts, and it drives me bonkers the amount of people who just think like that Epic just gave this kid $3 million because, I don't know, I guess he was better than all his other friends chugging Mountain Dew and eating Doritos on the couch in their parents' basement. I guess he was just one of the best. People just don't understand what it takes to get to this point. You know, there's other conversations, so check out this.
We're talking about $3.8 million, okay? And so just to kind of give a little context, that is the same amount that tennis champions Novak Djokovic and Simona Halep each scored at Wimbledon.
Well, it's all about the numbers. That's all that matters. Actors, entertainers, TV personalities, sports professionals. The only reason these people can make as much money as they can is because people watch this stuff, which translates to ad money and investors and sponsorships and all that stuff. A quick Google search told me this. In 2018, the US Open, in all, the women's final attracted 3,101,000 viewers, while the men's final drew in 2,065,000 viewers. So you combine those, the women's and men's finals drew in 5.5 million viewers for the US Open in 2018. How's Fortnite doing? Well, just a day after the video uploaded, the Fortnite World Cup Finals has 10 million viewers already. And knowing YouTube and how views tend to trickle in and it hits the algorithm over time, I can guarantee you this thing will get at least to 15, maybe 20 million viewers. It could go even well beyond that. So if anything, we should be asking why the Fortnite World Cup winner is only winning $3 million when that competition is pulling in at least double, triple, or quadruple the views that the 2018 US Open managed to pull in. People argue like, oh, well, but esports aren't as physically demanding as professional sports players. Like, they don't have the muscles that pro players have, and they just can't jump as high. It's like, nobody's fucking making that point. Nobody's saying that esports are as physically demanding as physical sports, but they are still a skill. It's still a competition, and you're still competing against other people. And there's more people watching, more people are interested. This is just the direction the world is headed in. Like, we have to stop being surprised by it. I mean, let me just tell you, he crushed the competition. This was against 40 million entrants. 40 million players entered to participate in the qualifiers for this World Cup competition. So out of 40 million people, Bugha was the best. So yeah, he won his $3 million. In fact, if I were to guess, I would say that maybe that $3 million prize money was a little bit on the low end, dude. You might need to be asking for some more money here, given the amount of numbers this thing is pulling in. I think it's just crazy to me. People just don't understand, because I think the public at large, there is this perception that video games are for children, and if a 16-year-old child can make this much money, and I'm here busting my ass, only making $50,000 a year in this job I don't even like, I should start playing video games, because then I can make that much money. But you just don't understand. To get to this like level and to be this good, so you have to be inherently gifted. You have to have crazy hand-eye coordination, reaction time, and precision. And people just don't think of video games like being that demanding or requiring that much skill. But I'll tell you, I've been playing video games since I was 10 or 12 or something like that. I couldn't touch any of these players. I couldn't come even close to competing against any of these players. And I'm above average. I'm pretty good. I make a living playing and talking about video games, and there was no way in hell I would ever get close to winning this money. You just gotta think about that. If you're just an average person out there who thinks that you could outplay 40 million participants, you can't just be inherently good and gifted. You can't be just above an average player. You gotta be like in the top 0.5% to even have a chance to get to this point. And then on top of that, you're probably gonna have to practice like 8 hours a day to really refine those natural gifted skills that you have. It takes a lot more to get to the level of these people who are making this amount of money. And people just vastly underestimate it. They don't understand, or they just don't respect the amount of skill. It's just crazy. This is a crazy story. I guess shout out to Epic Games for getting this much excitement around it. I think they were really smart, because having the highest single person prize pool, I think it just draws a lot more attention. Look at like Dota. I think the Dota 2 competitions have the highest overall prize pool, but that just just doesn't get people as excited as the headline of a single person who is 16 years old winning $3 million. That gets people talking. That gets conversations going. But seriously, it's crazy. People vastly underestimate what it takes to get to this point. Congratulations, Kyle. You kicked some ass, man. I'm actually astonished. Like, watching these people play, I go back and look at my old Fortnite gameplay and I thought I was good. Look, I could touch it. I don't know how to handle these people. It is absolutely nuts.
Wait, walk me through your day. So what time do you wake up?
Maybe like 12, 1, around there.
Oh man, I want to be you so bad, dude. I'm so jealous.